You're gonna take a nice deep breath in.
Hi, my name is Cassie. I'm a professional body piercer and the owner of Soul Gold Studios in Brooklyn, New York. There are a lot of industry terms for what I do. I like to consider myself a stylist for ears.
That is so pretty.
This is So Pierced.
Hi everyone, my name's Carlos and I'm getting ready to head to Soul Gold Studios to meet Cassie for the first time. I have close to a dozen piercings and I just keep coming back for more. I can't help myself. I've only ever seen Taylor in person and she's wonderful and has really helped lay the foundation for my right ear. Before meeting Taylor, I only had 3 or 4 piercings and they were kind of basic. Now I'm just ready to kind of take it to the next level and just keep elevating.
Hi. Carlos, so great to meet you.
Well.
I've heard wonderful things.
I've seen wonderful things.
Thank you. Carlos is already a Soul Gold client. I just haven't had the pleasure of working with him yet. Taylor did this ear for you, right?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
I love it so much. What's the plan for today?
My left ear I've been working on for quite some time, I think since 2018. I kind of found I just keep adding more to it, and I typically like pieces that are more showy and flashy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should use the word gaudy, but in that direction, I love it.
I have fallen in love with Carlos. I want us to be best friends.
Now it just feels like they're kind of like a mismatch between the two.
Like they're competing with one another at this
Yes.
point. His left ear is a lot and it really needs to be brought down a notch.
The piece that's in your flat would fare much better in your first hole. I love the idea of putting that down there. And then maybe we can make this whole lower lobe section a simple orbital. I definitely want to change out that conch and that flat. How do you feel about that?
It sounds great.
So what metal do you generally prefer?
Rose gold, for sure.
Rose
Yeah.
gold would be great on you because it's gonna almost blend in more with your skin tone because you have this pink undertones, which is gonna overall make it look more minimal eventually.
Okay.
I'm thinking for your flat, so we can do this little guy here, very simple, very minimal. I'm thinking for your conch, snakes look really cool on everyone.
Oh, wow.
Super tiny and minimal, but enough length too that it'll kind of draw your eye up to what's gonna be up there. Having a collection of jewelry is a good thing. I think it's really important that when you're styling people, you're helping them pick out pieces that can be utilized in different places. That way you can get the biggest bang for your buck, essentially. You don't have to wear every single piece of jewelry that you have at the same time.
I have tried changing out the dangles and putting them in different places. I'm a sucker for dangles, honestly.
Same. Have you seen my right ear?
Oh my gosh, you have all of those charms.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I've collected
You have the whole
these.
collection
Oh,
from all.
literally.
As soon as you tune your hand, you're like, oh, it's moving. And I don't have hair, so it kind of.
Which means that you can really make your ears stand out even more. I'm the same way. I had a shaved head for a very long time, so I totally get it. As a brain surgery survivor, I did not have hair for a while. I completely understand the sentiment of wanting to make something else feel a little bit more decorative. I really want to do a new piercing on this side because I feel like you have a lot going on over here, and I feel like doing something more towards maybe the center of your ear will help balance it out. I can see the look on your face.
So I've always kind of been obsessed with those circular ones that are here with Daith piercing. Every time I look at them, I'm like, they're so beautiful.
Yeah, it's technically pronounced Daith, but you know.
Well, good to know.
Daith versus Daith. It's the never-ending piercer debate. There is a huge population of piercers that say Daith, which is actually the correct way to say it. And then there's a huge population of piercers that say Daith, which is technically not the correct pronunciation, but it's spelled like that. Let's pop out, I feel like maybe just a really simple fixed bead ring.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you hold that mirror up for me.
Do you mind if I hold it? Is that okay?
Yeah,
okay.
go for it.
I do. Okay, I love the idea. I'm thinking.
Something more decorative.
You
can take
can't
the
help
body
it.
out
I
of-
know. I feel like I keep falling into this trap.
It's definitely possible to go a little bit fancier without going too fancy,
Okay.
and I'll show you some other options.
Okay.
Are you looking for something a little bit more elaborate?
I mean, just like a little sparkle. Maybe just a tiny bit.
Just a little sparkle,
Just
I
a-
got you. How do you feel about like a little tanzanite? Like a pop of color, like a blue purple?
I feel like that's always the vibe I go for, is towards the darker ones.
I'm
so,
fully supportive.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe a ring like this. How do you feel about something like that?
Right up my alley. I agree.
Daith piercing it is.
All right, sounds great.
Yes.
Oh, I'm terrified. I feel like that's gonna hurt a lot.
I'm gonna start by taking this piece, and we're actually gonna put this one in your first hole.
Apologies if there's ever any of those other ear crusties that happen on.
Oh, listen, comes with the territory.
I know,
When
but
people don't have ear crusties, I'm like, who are you?
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this black diamond piece. I wanna take the blue sapphire piece that you had on the other side and put it here to tie together the tanzanite. Then I like how the square just tucks into the little star in your lobe. Put this one in your first hole. I'm gonna pop this piece in here now. I'm going to put this ring in between both holes for your orbital. I want to hang one of your existing chains from the back. And now we're gonna prep your ear for a piercing.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're just gonna get it all cleaned up. I'm gonna put some dots on you. I'm just going to swab you. And I'm gonna put this little drape over your ear.
In comparison to like the conch, like how much do you think this is gonna hurt?
Honestly, this is a lot more pressure than anything.
I feel like you saying it's different is just like piercer speak for like, nah, the bitch is gonna hurt.
No, I would never hurt you.
Okay.
I'm used to people being nervous. I've been doing this a long time. People always get nervous. Some people handle it really well. Some people, you know, get a little more anxious than others, but I really just try to be a comforting friend in the time being. Nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Worst part's over.
Damn, yeah, that one pinched. Yeah. Like a loss.
Just gonna slide your jewelry in now. And your jewelry's in.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot of blood.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's normal though. It's not uncommon. I'm gonna have you sit up for me. I'm just gonna finish cleaning up and then we're gonna take you out in front so you can see the final look.
All right,
sounds
good.
Great. Come on over
Okay.
and take a look.
Oh my gosh.
How good does that look?
Oh, wow.
See how they look more balanced?
Yeah.
We moved the blue sapphire piece from the other side to over on your right ear so that way it plays off the tanzanite better.
I was honestly kind of nervous that this would be too much, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, it looks great. Because I like the little pop. I always,
It's like a little addition of something,
Yeah,
nothing
it's
too
great.
crazy.
I honestly wasn't in love with this piece when it was up there. I thought it was like, it was fine. Like, I'm
You
kind of
like
ready
it
to
more
get
in
rid
your
of
lobe?
I love it more.
You see?
I'm
I
like,
knew it.
oh, this is like, oh, I like really love that.
Yeah, and I like that the points of it play off of the points in the piece that's in your flat now. And it just makes more sense to have the heavier pieces on the lower part of your ear since you have so much going on. Thank you so much for letting me do
No,
it.
thank you
I
so much.
appreciate you.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh, yeah.
of course,
Thank you
please.
so much. It feels amazing. I honestly, after you get the piercing, and now I feel like a sense of calm, and then seeing them again, now they feel way more balanced, and there's still more work to do, and I can't wait to come back and visit Taylor and Cassie again. I recommend honestly everyone to Soul Gold because you're not going to get a better experience elsewhere, at least I haven't.
Styling pro tip, if you have a lot of piercings, you want to avoid too many statement pieces, maybe one or two. Focus highly on accent pieces. There is nothing more important than having a bunch of small, delicate ends around some statement pieces to really help balance everything out. The terms that people use for piercings on the internet are entirely different than what we use in the actual industry. Some examples are Medusa piercings, which are right in the center of your lip. A lot of people think it's called a Medusa, but the actual correct term for it is a philtrum piercing. An Ashley piercing, which is right in the center of your lip, is actually called either an inverse vertical labret or even a vermilion piercing. And then there's also a Monroe piercing, which is actually just an upper lip piercing.